Hi everybody, we are expected to simplify this expression, which is nothing but root of 3 raised to the power of 5th root of 16, and this has got 4th root of 8 in the wedge, and that entire quantity is raised to the power of 20th root of 8 raised to the power of 30. So foremost, what we will do is we will use this concept of indices. So use this concept. Now what is the concept? Suppose you have, say, mth root of n, you can always rewrite this as n raised to the power of 1 over m. So this is the property that we will be utilizing. So foremost, let me just consider 4th root of 8 of 3 raised to the power of the 5th root of 16. So this is what we will consider first. Now I'm going to actually take t to be equal to 4th root of 8. So this would mean I now have t in the wedge, and inside the quantity of the radical sign I got 3 raised to the power of 5th root of 16. So as I mentioned to you, mth root of n is nothing but n raised to the power of 1 over m. So I would be employing that formula. So this is going to be equal to 3 raised to the power of 5th root of 16, and this is raised to the power of 1 over t. But my t is 4th root of 8. So let me just place that there. Excuse me. So before I could place it, let me also employ this formula. Also, suppose you have a raised to the power of m, and that is raised to the power of 1 over n. I can rewrite this as a raised to the power of m over n. So by that property, I can rewrite this as 3 raised to the power of 5th root of 16 over t, which is again rewritten as 3 raised to the power of 5th root of 16. But what is my t? My t is nothing but 4th root of 8. So we now have this quantity. Now I will just consider now 5th root of 16 over 4th root of 8. I will just consider these two terms in this fashion, and then after simplifying it I will place them over here. Now this is nothing but, as I mentioned to you by the formula, mth root of n is nothing but n raised to the power of 1 over m. So this is going to be 16 raised to the power of 1 over 5 divided by 8 raised to the power of 1 over 4. Now what I will do is I will multiply the numerator by 4 and the denominator by 4. In this case I will multiply the numerator by 5 and the denominator by 5. The reason I'm doing here is in making sure that I'm getting 20 is owing to the fact that I got a 20 in the wedge. So it's actually 8 raised to the power of 1 over 13, which is raised to the power of 1 over 20. So because of this fact, I would like to have 20 everywhere. So this can be further rewritten as 16 raised to the power of 4 over 5 fours are 20, that's fine, divided by 8 raised to the power of 5 divided by 20. So this is what we have got. Now what I will do is I will rewrite this quantity as 16 raised to the power of 4 raised to the power of 1 over 20 divided by this quantity. I'm going to write it as 8 raised to the power of 5 raised to the power of 1 over 20. Now 16 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 to the 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16. So I can rewrite 16 as 2 raised to the power of 4. Right, so this is going to be 2 raised to the power of 4. This is already raised to the power of 4, which in turn is raised to the power of 1 over 20. So this is what I've got. Now 8 is nothing but 2 raised to the power of 3. Right, so this is going to be 2 raised to the power of 3, and that is raised to the power of 5, which in turn is raised to the power of 1 over 20. So this is what we have got. Now this quantity is nothing but, now as I mentioned to you, a raised to the power of m raised to the power of n is nothing but a raised to the power of m times n. So this is going to be 2 raised to the power of 4 into 4 is 16 divided by, of course this is raised to the power of 1 over 20, and you got 2 raised to the power of 3 times 5 is 15, and that is raised to the power of 1 over 20. Now if you have a quantity like this, a raised to the power of m raised to the power of 1 over n divided by a raised to the power of some p raised to the power of 1 over n, you can rewrite this as a raised to the power of m divided by a raised to the power of p, the whole quantity raised to the power of 1 over n. This is always possible. So by that property, what I wish to do is I would like to rewrite this as 2 raised to the power of 16 divided by 2 raised to the power of 15. The entire quantity is raised to the power of 1 over 20. Now in this case, I can just move this 2 raised to the power of 15 to the numerator. So this is going to be 2 raised to the power of 16 times 2 raised to the power of negative 15, which is in turn raised to the power of 1 over 20. Now a raised to the power of m times a raised to the power of n is a raised to the power of m positive n. By that property, this is going to be 2 raised to the power of 16 negative 15. Then take only raised to the power of 1 over 20, which is nothing but 2 raised to the power of 16 negative 15 is 1. So it's going to be 2 raised to the power of 1 over 20. So all the simplification is for this quantity. We just started off with this, right? So in place of this, I would have to substitute 2 raised to the power of 1 over 20. Now this is nothing but 2, actually this is 1 over 20, right? So I can always represent it like this, 20th root of 2, right? So I need to take this value and I will have to utilize it over here, then complete the question. So let me take this value, 20th root of 2, and place it over here. So hence, we write that down, hence you have now 3 raised to the power of 20th root of 2. This is the quantity. So as I mentioned to you, all I'm doing is in place of this simplified quantity, I will be utilizing 20th root of 2, and that has to be raised to the power of this quantity, 20th root of 8 over 13, right? So let me place that value here. So this is going to be 20th root of 8 raised to the power of 13. Okay, now you can clearly see that 8 is nothing but 2 raised to the power of 3, so I can substitute 8 raised to the power of 13 to be as 2 raised to the power of 3, and it is raised to the power of 13, which is nothing but 2 raised to the power of 39. So this is equal to 3 raised to the power of 20th root of 2, and that is raised to the power of 20th root of 2 raised to the power of 39. Now you can clearly see that these two indices can be clubbed and rewritten as 3 raised to the power of 20th root of 2 raised to the power of 1 times 2 raised to the power of 39, which in turn can be rewritten as 3 raised to the power of 20th root of 2 raised to the power of 1 positive 39, which can be rewritten as 3 raised to the power of 20th root of 2 raised to the power of 40, which can be rewritten as 3 raised to the power of 2 raised to the power of 40 over 20. 0 0 gets cancelled, 2 divides here 2 times, so this is nothing but 3 raised to the power of 2 raised to the power of 2, which is nothing but 3 raised to the power of 2 squared is 4, which is nothing but 3 multiplied 4 times. 3 3s are 9, 3 3s are 9, 9 into 9 is 81. So this is the simplified value for this beautiful question.